Do the Supercross thing here tonight. Bayle turning for home, taking the checkered flag and winning qualifier number 1. And somehow I have the feeling that the rest of the evening will be more exciting than that. Stanton taking the
I would hope so. We didn't see an awful lot there.
Bayle, Stanton, Craig, and Brooks. Top 4. Let's go to Jean-Michel Bayle with Bruce Penhall.
Jean-Michel, good thing you got that first heat over with. Good win.
Yeah, I got a very good start. I know I was very fast, but, it's very hard to take a good start right now. And, I got the start, so it was no problem after.
Now, how's the racetrack so far? It looks like it's very tight, and that hoop section looks to be difficult.
Yeah, it's very slippery. It's very easy to crash. And, I think in the main event, he's going to be the strongest guy. And the guy going to stay on the bike, going to win.
Nice heat win.
Thank you.
Bayle, the champion. Here is Bradshaw, the man who would like to dethrone him, along with his teammate Jeff Emig, preparing for heat race number 2. So 2 more Yamahas to go up against the Hondas here. And as the gate drops, we'll see what Bradshaw has brought to town. He swapped the last 2 races, a doubleheader in Pontiac, Michigan, and moved back into the championship point lead. The launch and the charge to turn 1. Bradshaw, number 4, is, not mid-pack, but not a whole lot better than mid-pack, as out front goes number 9, Jeff Matiasevich. The Kawasaki rider coming back from the broken leg has a great start. And there's Mike Kudrowski making a move on number 3 with Bradshaw hot on his heels. This will be interesting because there's a little bad blood here.
Well, a little bad blood. I think there's a lot of bad blood. Matiasevich and Bradshaw. And I'll tell you right off the top, folks, that Bradshaw is going to make this pass on Kudrowski, and he's going to catch up with Matiasevich. That's when the fun starts. The 2 of them have been at war, I think, for, the last 5 or 6 years, Dave? That sound about right to you?
I would say that's fair. And every race, it seems, the enmity deepens between the Yamaha rider Bradshaw and the Kawasaki guys. And I'm not quite sure where it stems from, but Bradshaw is just convinced that they're messing with him, that they're doing everything they can to disrupt his championship hopes.
And they
on the other hand, claim not guilty. But in any case, it does get interesting and very, very heated here as the 2 Kawasaki's run out front, and Bradshaw, determined to get around them and take the heat race victory, starts to put the pressure on through the tabletop jumps and the whoop-de-doos. And here's Bradshaw alongside. He's got the speed, it appears, but he doesn't have the inside line. Look at that cut back in the pass.
Boy, that was some kind of move. Kudrowski went wide. He knew Bradshaw was out there. He went wide to take the line away. Bradshaw saw it coming, just squared the corner off, squirted underneath him. And now, here's where the fun starts. The 2 arch rivals, the enemies, and they are enemies. Make no bones about it.
Bradshaw putting a big launch off that jump to try to get that gap closed down. This rivalry, I guess, was inevitable. In 1989, Matiasevich was the Western Region 125 champion in Supercross. Bradshaw won the Eastern Regional title. They are on rival factory teams, and now they have at it here in the Silver Bowl in what would prove to be an evening-long and very exciting confrontation.
Actually, Dave, the rivalry goes back to the days of amateur Supercross. That's where they first started bumping heads. They have never stopped. Now, coming up, the confrontation that we're talking about. Watch Matiasevich. See him bobble just a little bit. That slowed him down, and when Bradshaw tried to get by on the inside, there was not enough room there. Matiasevich was just kind of hogging the line because he had been slowed down. Bradshaw hit him. He went down. Matiasevich went on. One of those racing mistakes. That's all it was.
Yeah, we'll definitely give you another look at that, too. But first, let's go ahead and finish the story here. And the story is Bradshaw trying to scramble back into a transfer position. Now, remember, he was on the ground, so he's got to climb back to 4th or better. And he ends up battling with his teammate Emig here. Easily rails around the outside of Jeff. And as the white flag flies, Bradshaw has re-earned that qualifying spot. Matiasevich, whose little bobble triggered the incident, managed to remain on his wheels, comes to the checkered flag with room to spare over his teammate Mike Kudrowski. Bradshaw pulled off one more pass on the final lap and finished 3rd with Brian Swink getting the final transfer. Let's go to Bruce Penhall with winner Jeff Matiasevich.
Chicken, what a first heat for you, huh? Did you feel what happened right behind you?
Yeah, I sort of slid out, and I think Damon was trying to go underneath me or something. He got caught up in my rear wheel and went down.
Yeah, this little left-hander semes to be getting a little bit slick. How about the hoop section? Is that any bother to you at this point?
Yeah, the whole track's pretty slick. You got to really watch what you're doing out there. I think it's probably a little bit easier to follow someone and let them discover how fast you can go into something.
A repeat in 1990, hopefully tonight?
I sure hope so, Bruce.
Get after it.
Thanks.
Another look at the incident. See right there, Matiasevich gets sideways. Bradshaw is already committed, can't slow down in time to miss him. Bradshaw is on the ground. Let's go to Bruce Penhall with Damon Bradshaw.
Damon, that first heat, you really didn't make a great hole shot, but you had to work hard to get right up there with Chicken. Now, I must have been in the best seat of the house when that accident occurred. It looks like he kind of overslid a little bit, and you were kind of diving underneath him and just caught his rear wheel a little bit. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened. You know, we went in there, and I had the inside, and I was in the position I wanted to be. But, you know, when he broke loose, there was not really anywhere for me to go. I tried to get out of it, but, you know, there was no way. I went down and got back up and, you know, qualified.
I tell you what, though, I mean, you had to work hard because once you did crash, you went back to about 8th place, and you did get through to the final. I mean, you're having to work hard. Is the racetrack changing at all?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for the main event. It's not going to be quite as good as it was in the qualifiers, but, you know, everybody's got to ride the same track, and it's going to be who gets a good start and stays on 2 wheels.
The motorcycle's okay, and Damon Bradshaw is okay after that crash?
Yep, we're ready to go. We're 100%.
Get after it.
Thank you.
Here is Brian Lunas, Damon's mechanic, getting the motorcycle checked over and ship shape for the main event. Appears to be no major. Hall went downtown to check out the odds of a first-time winner here tonight.
Dave, here in Las Vegas, the smart money's probably riding on one of the top 3, Bradshaw, Bayle, or Stanton. But consider this. The previous 2 events held here in Las Vegas each produced a first-time Supercross champion. Back in 1990, Jeff Matiasevich won his very first Supercross ride here in Las Vegas. 1991, Mike LaRocco did exactly the same thing. So what are the odds of another first-time winner here in Las Vegas? And if so, who's it going to be? Let's ask the fans.
I don't know. I think Bradshaw is going to win tonight.
Mike Kudrowski, Guy Cooper.
Not good.
So who are you going to take tonight?
Jeff Stanton.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pretty good. Guy Cooper.
Yeah, Guy Cooper, of course.
There's 2 factory superstars that have never won a Supercross event before. And believe me, they're long overdue. We had a chance to catch up with Guy Cooper as well as Mike Kudrowski, and we asked them about their chances as well as the odds that they're facing.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be luck for me tonight and get a good start and get that first win here. But there's 19 other riders that are also thinking that they can get their win here at Las Vegas.
I think they're pretty good. We had a press day and stuff yesterday, and the track's really good. I'm riding, you know, fairly good. And I think my chances are pretty good here. We had a good race in Pontiac where I got a second behind Bradshaw and led that one for 16 laps. So I'm riding good, I'm feeling fast, and I'm feeling pretty good today.
All right, Dave. The odds say one of the big 3, but tradition says either Kudrowski or Cooper, or even another dark horse. You care to take a bet?
Thanks, but no thanks, Bruce. My money's staying in my pocket. I'll stick to trying to describe this action rather
Too
than betting on it.
unpredictable. It's just too unpredictable. It would be great, though, to see Cooper or another a rider that has never won take the checkered flag.
More likely, it'll be one of the big 3. Bayle, Stanton, and Bradshaw have been the story of the series. Bradshaw won 5 races in a row before crashing himself out of the lead. Now the Honda team have come back, and Las Vegas will be a critical race as we get set to rock and roll for 20 laps.